Warning: the following podcast, which contains strong language and mature content, is unsuitable for children or for the faint of heart. The subject matter discussed will be frightening and graphic in nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Three spooked girls. Three spooked girls. When you want to hear about the paranormal, you get the spooked girls. True crime that makes you hypothermal. With the three spooked girls. Stabby snippets will give you dreams. Tara and Jessica will make you scream along with the spooked girls. Bring on the slaughter. We on that haunted ground. Spooked girls. The three spooked girls.
Hey Spooksters, and welcome back to another Sunday Scaries here on Three Spooked Girls. My name is Tara, and as always, I'm here with my cool friend Jessica.
Hello.
And now that our last series has concluded, we are here to bring you something new and something slightly familiar. So in the Facebook group, we asked what kind of stories you guys wanted to see, and not only did you ask for one-off stories, but you asked to go back to the woods. So for the next bit, we are going to be sharing scary stories from national forests and national parks. Today's story is called There's Something Evil Lurking in Hoosier National Forest. Let's go ahead and dive on in. I've been more than a little hesitant to post this, but after what just happened on my last hike, I feel like there's no other choice. The parks may suffer for it, but people have to know. There's something evil in Hoosier National Forest, possibly more than one. I've had similar encounters in multiple parts within H&F, enough to make me question if one thing could be responsible for all of them. I've been followed on trails before. I've heard voices out in the woods that couldn't possibly be real. People who were too far away to be there. People who were dead. I once heard my granny's voice coming from a cave in Hemlock Cliffs. On my last hike, I went to Mogan Ridge, and I hiked the East Trail. It was scenic and beautiful, a nice day, if a little humid, but not too sunny, not too windy. The hike was going wonderfully, until I realized that something was following me. I've seen and heard a lot of weird things in the woods, but this blows them all out of the water, or woods rather. Nothing I've seen or heard has ever come close to being this. I was about 3 miles out when I started putting together the weird sounds. Crunching noises, like someone chewing on ice mixed with joints rolling, coupled with a slithering sound, like something heavy being dragged through the leaf litter. It was a really nasty sound, the kind you can feel in your neck that makes your spine want to twist up. Like somebody chomping down on something hard, like the sound when you roll your neck or crack your knuckles. The kind of sound you can feel in the fillings of your teeth. It was unsettling enough that neither of us wanted to stick around and find out what was making the noises. Neither John or I are fearful people, but something about those crunching noises sounded wrong, out of place and threatening. We started walking again, and the slithering started up again. At first we thought maybe it was my walking stick making the dragging noise, but then I held it up away from the ground. The slithering didn't stop. John suggested weakly that maybe we were dragging our feet and that was what was making the noise, but we both knew that wasn't it. The trail was too steep and too rocky to drag your feet on. Our next guess was a snake, but snakes in Indiana don't get big enough to make dragging noises like whatever was making that creepy slithering sound. That was when we both started to hear the heavy breathing, like somebody behind us was panting down our necks. Once that started up, we really began shitting ourselves with fear. Because black bears have been sighted recently in Harrison County, a stone's throw from Perry County where Mogan Ridge is, we were certain that any second a bear was going to jump out of a stand of trees and eat us both alive until the whispering started. At that moment, we knew it was not a bear. Bears don't whisper. Nothing in the woods whispers, not even mockingbirds. That just made it so much worse, because whatever was breathing down our necks, whatever was crunching and slithering behind us, it was speaking, and it knew our names. John, Ash. John, Ash, Ash, Ash. Look at me, John. Look at me, Ash. Look at me. Turn around. Look at me. All while it whispered, the chomping sound continued. I began to fear that those sounds were it chewing on the bones of the last hiker to come through here. I braved a glance over at John, and John braved a glance over at me. and there were tears running down his face like the Ohio River was flowing out of his eyeballs. I could only assume the same look of terror and despair was etched into my own face. I wanted nothing more than to run away, run all the way to the end of the trail and get in the car and never, ever come back here. To never go within 10 feet of another tree ever again. But the hill we were climbing was too steep to run up. I could only walk up slowly up the hill, this thing behind me all the while, whispering to me, saying my name. I don't know how long it went on for. Hours, maybe? It felt like days. We ran whenever we could, wherever the ground was flat enough, we ran. But no matter how fast we went, we couldn't seem to outrun it. It always seemed right behind us, whispering in our ears.
Ash, Ash, Ash. Such a waste of talent. Such a waste of potential. Will your parents miss you when I've stripped the skin from your flesh? Will they even notice you're gone when I've sucked the marrow from your bones?
I thought the nightmare would never end. I thought I'd die on that trail, my bones picked clean and scattered among the rocks. No one would ever know where I'd gone, that I've dragged my friend to death alongside me. I don't remember falling. I only remember something grabbing my ankle and pulling me down, dragging me backwards. The sounds of my own screams ringing in my ears. John screaming. John pulling my arm, dragging me out of the creature's grip, crawling up the last hill on my hands and knees, rocks slicing into my skin, screaming. And then light. The parking lot. John pulled me back to my feet, running to the car. As we pulled up out of the parking lot, tires screeching, I looked back. And I saw it. A tall, corpse-pale, skeletal, skin stretched taut over bones, hunched over on all fours, limbs inhumanely long with too many joints. No eyes, only gaping holes in its face. A grin of blackened razors as it watches us pull away, lifting one skeletal arm up to wave at us, a single human arm clutched in its grip, torn off at the shoulder. And that is going to go ahead and conclude today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I am so excited for the stories I have picked out for this series. And if you guys have any recommendations or requests, you can always let us know on the socials. You can email us at threespookedgirls@gmail.com. And we are looking forward to seeing how this Sunday series evolves for you guys. But with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off. And we will see you back here on Thursday for the return of our listener encounters. Bye, guys.
Toodles.